For the longest time I can remember, my passion was to create. From drawing my dreams when I was a kid, writing songs, poetry, something to get my thoughts out, but there was always some kind of creativity involved. And then at some point I started creating videos for friends, for moments, or just to somehow keep my memories alive in the best way possible. So it became a tradition since 2015 that I actually made yearly videos with random photos and videos from that year with the music I like to listen to during that time. But since I started to film way more, it got to a point where it's way too much to put all of them into one video. So this year I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. So welcome to my journey, welcome to 1 year of traveling. I started posting on YouTube 1 time a week, and for a long time I was meant to hold that streak. Welcome to the Lee Vlogs. Practice how to speak, improving my technique, try to make photos more unique, earning good critique from my new online clique. Vlogs from Winter Wonderland, goal setting and what I had planned, hyperlapse and morning walks, TikTok dance and happiness to me are those early morning walks when almost nobody else is awake. It's traveling the world, building genuine connections with amazing people, and to listen to my favorite music and just dance it all out. Music videos and challenges, sharing what's in my bank balances. Welcome back. So, how much money did I got to in the end? Drum rolls. Leaving my job in March 2021 was the start of something huge, hopefully fun. I quit my job in the middle of a pandemic. Why? Moving back to my mom's place comes with some struggle. Big boxes, small spaces led to trouble. I just have so much stuff. I'm just super overwhelmed by all the stuff I own. I'll just pack everything up in boxes now and put all of them in the cellar of my mom. And then I will take a box one by one and then I start decluttering. Welcome back in my mom's place. The move is over. I cannot believe it. It was crazy how much stuff I still have. Let's just say I was way too late to declutter everything because I was stressed even without the move and everything. I was completely overwhelmed. Home with no clue where to start, into the blue, so I came to the decision to make Puglia my debut in June. Of my trip around the world. My bag is already ready packed. It was a big struggle because I only travel with carry-on and yeah, I gotta admit I'm super excited because this is the first time I'm gonna travel for such a long time. I finally arrived in my destination, probably, or maybe you can already tell. It's Italy and the city of Bari. This is where my trip around the world will start and I couldn't be more excited about it. Bari, Poliano a Mare and Monopoli, slept in Alberobello close to Trulli. And everything went wrong on my trip to Ostuni. So actually I did miss my bus, now I have to wait 2 more hours. Oh my god, I'm finally home. You have no idea what had happened after the last time. If you're driving public transport here in Italy, or what I can say about Puglia, just make sure you have enough spare time buffer, because you never know how long it's gonna take. Lost in public transport and wine party, I was a bit overwhelmed, honestly. Nevertheless, a beautiful start, knowing I already lost my heart. And then 2 weeks Amalfi coast, an Italian and morning toast, hike in the mountains and sunbath at sea coast. and almost never left again. Back to Rome, hot summer nights and city light. I met Carla on the beachside, 2 LCA souls aligned. Lake Garda and Trieste, my final city, and even though it was so pretty, what a pity I had to leave Italy. The next adventure was already waiting. Road trip Slovenia, time for creating. Met Sebastian, a German guy. With him came the creator lifestyle. Right now. And special about this one is that I'm not alone, because
What up? How are you doing?
we're doing a road trip together through Slovenia and then Croatia, and there are even another one from LCA is joining, because we are both part of LCA. And
it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be epic.
Yeah, it's still super surreal.
All the cameras are charged. We're absolutely good to go.
Let's do this! 5 hours of sleep last night. We checked in with our car on the way to some epic adventure. Up in the mountain we went to see a lake of Plansarska, and there we agreed to take off our drones exploring the zones of mountains and rivers in all different tones. Went on to Croatia, a little small town, stayed for a night with pouring rain down. Our next stop Lake Bled, boys! This touristic site with an island inside and a church having pride. Next up is Soča, the valley, the river. Got up with our car, the view made me shiver. Adventurous climbs, going on hikes, see waterfalls in front and behind. They're springing on times, we read on the signs that flying the drone here would count as a crime. Through the valley we went, down to the south, going right into the touristic route. Exhausted from driving, we went down the sea for burgers and drinking and boats there to see. Then vlogging everything is exhausting, because you have to have the energy all the time, and I just don't. I really just don't. And if you're traveling that fast pace and see something new every day and don't have a day to chill, it's actually exhausting. Left me all happy but slightly burned out. Our car at this point gets a major shout out. Change of country, change of car, crossed the border but didn't make it too far, in Croatia. But now we are in our new destination, and that is Croatia, and we got joined by somebody else.
What's up?
Welcome to Lena, everybody. Lena joined our LCA gang, added creative juice again.
I love to become like a professional photographer and filmmaker who travels the world and inspires people through my videos.
We saw the sea, we felt like kids, and the Plitvice park I don't want to miss. Plitvice lakes here with these two
Let's go!
motivated people. An average person spends 4 to 6 hours. We took 10 to see all the flowers and insects and views and waterfalls. It was a total success. I'm over it. I think we're all over it, tired, everything, but we're done. It was so worth it. Moving on to slower days with small town fields and dinner dates. Special ones with truffle en masse and the cutest dogs. We had a blast. And
they are the nicest people ever. We even got a little goodbye gift.
Yes. It's just like yesterday we even got invited to a private party with them. Like,
they were the nicest people I've ever met.
we basically don't want to leave.
Yeah.
In Istria we went down the sea, stopped in Rovinj to enjoy being free. Views from the cliffs, we spent all night long. Video calls, old friends going strong. It was a bus that would carry us over to Venice to meet Julia. another LCA member from Alemania. Grateful for it all, but in need for a pause. What would be better than Bologna for that cause? The city of food, and that's because I stayed for a week doing mostly nothing than getting food between my jaws. On my way back through Austria, for the first time I met Kasia with euphoria. Had a meetup with LCA peeps from the area, Zell am See with Hannah and Lucas, and then I went on to Bavaria. Lost Creator Academy, meetups went strong in Germany, Munich, Nuremberg, Augsburg and Stuttgart, and one in my hometown, what an irony. I attended a German-Russian wedding in all harmony. Flew to Egypt and I received the warmest welcome. What a relief.
Hi there. They have this area so that they can pray there. And you feel like there's this extra one there.
Yeah.
This shows the direction of praying.
To Mecca?
Yeah. Okay, so this is hawashi, which is Egyptian bread with minced meat and some like garlic. It's usually spicy. It has like some, also like the bread is toasted with a lot of butter. A lot of butter. We call sausage, but people call Oriental sausage. So this is sausage or Oriental sausage, and this is mahshi, which means stuffed, literally. And what it is that it's stuffed vegetables with like rice, and like they're done in a very they're spiced in a certain way, and they're cooked in a very interesting way as well, because like this vegetable is cooked in the soup of meat. You can also like do it completely vegetarian if you want. Usually Egyptian food is very vegetarian, but we picked a very un-vegetarian food to eat today.
Meeting two on the first eve, the rest of the gang when we leave to Gouna at the Red Sea.
The sun coming from my phone. Head to the beat, to the rhythm with the now. الشمس اللون ما نتساويش يا رحمن ما تستويش.
A bachelor trip as beauty as can be. Pool, lagoon, vitamin D. The next days were simply carefree. Got my first session in Reiki and saw the most magical performance of Habibi. I gotta say, this place is absolute paradise. Like you have the lagoon running around like a river here with like the salt water. We have an amazing villa. Like we have a pool, and it's actually nice because the group I'm staying with, like all of them kind of have their special talents. Like some people like to organize and tidy up, others like to cook, and yeah, and somewhere in there I'm gonna fit in. But it's actually so nice, and like probably completely not typical Egyptian, but I love it. Decided to stop vlogging for the time being, and I can tell you it was most freeing. While sharing time with the most beautiful human beings, no need to capture, to be enraptured.
Happy birthday to you.
Last 2 days were absolutely amazing. I could have never even wished or dreamed of a better start for my Egypt adventure. Like, those guys I just spent the last days with actually feel like so close to my heart right now. Like, I feel so loved and welcome, and yeah, I'm not even here for a week and it feels like I'm already lost a piece of my heart here. Like, I already feel like I have a really strong bond with those group of people, and yeah, it feels a bit like family, and that's like such a wonderful feeling. So if you're gonna watch this right now, thank you so much for the time we spent in Gouna. Like, I explored Cairo in the best company. My Egyptian squad took me into custody, and somehow they became my family. Okay, so I'm ready for some adventure time for Egypt now. I'm wearing this long dress because, especially in the area of Cairo, and because we want to visit like temples, mosques, it is really important to show the respect and cover yourself. I'm also gonna bring like a thin jacket to cover my arms, and on our way we're gonna get myself a scarf to cover my hair. For me it's really important to like trying to integrate into a culture to show the respect, because it is just not my country. I don't know the rules and I don't want to like make anyone feel bad or mad. Arabic bazaars, breathtaking food, experience a real life Salah. Oh dude. Shivers all over my body, left me subdued. Egyptian silk bought, pyramids were viewed, and I was in the perfect mood, listening to Ibrahim Malouf, and to conclude, I was filled with gratitude, and this was just a prelude. Next we went up to the Mediterranean Ocean, in Borg Al Arab, a wedding packed with emotion. In Borg Al Arab, it is at the north coast of Alexandria, like close to Alexandria. I just arrived at my place and I'm gonna show you. There we have the kitchen. Somehow the light is not working. Damn. But before with Hannes I went to Alexandria, a day packed with motion. And then the wedding, literally the best I attended so far. Beach wedding and ice cream bar. Dance all night. Performances by guitar, and even a spontaneous Prince Ali was part of the repertoire. What followed was a week full of process, revealed the feelings I used to suppress. Dove the blue hole as an advanced diver, and under the water I danced. Dahab teach me soul-shifting realizations, some profound foundations for future relations. Then I had to fly back, knowing I would never forget the people I met and the lessons I let change me. Forever maybe, or just now to begin, in my heart and on my skin. Back in Germany without any plan, I was completely lost, oh man. Got a message to fly to Greece, maybe there I find my peace. Booked my flight, ready to go, missed it, since the train was going too slow. Found refugee at my cousin's place, luckily she had some space, and as I flew over to Crete, I knew one of the hardest weeks would be awaiting me. I self-isolated myself for a week, not speaking any Greek, or at all speak, to anyone in order to seek my inner demons and wanting to heal with shadow work just like a geek, only beach time and Airbnb. This is just insane. I have this whole beach to myself. Completely, I'm all alone. Like, there's basically no one here. The water is perfect, it's crystal clear. You don't even have so many pebbles like you have in the rest of Greece or where I've been so far. Wow. Heading to Retimo, pace went from super slow to hostel life and letting it flow. The first time in this trip, and I began to realize how the time flies. And hostel always gave me the ultimate highs because I actually love to socialize. Then I met Lou, a Mexican, widely traveled guy. Heraklion was our new pie. Extending, and time just flew by. So hard to say goodbye, even allowed myself to cry. This time no fly, took a ferry to Athens under the night sky. Met up with Jasmine and Yannick, we developed a great dynamic. From long walks and talks to Acropolis panoramic. And then I felt like I need to leave Greece, grateful to leave with a bit more peace. Actually right now I'm in Malaga, down in Andalusia in Spain, and I'm so excited to be in Spain because I had this obsession with Spain my whole life, but the only city I've ever been to is Barcelona, and as probably most people know, the capital city is never like the rest of the country. But as I heard, Andalusia is like what everybody thinks about Spain with like their flamenco and like, oh my god, I'm so excited to be here. I actually had this call to go for Spain and I went for it. Like, I love Greece, but I had the feeling I need to leave. I need to go somewhere where I'm in a way more in my comfort zone with like at least I can understand the alphabet, the language, and I want to practice my Spanish. I want to work in a hostel. I'm actually planning to do workaways here or work with my photography. Actually, I have no plan so far. Arriving in Malaga and my phone died, and even though I tried, the SIM card was constantly denied. So for the iPhone, I decide. And so I stayed out at night, and at day I enjoyed the tide. After we went down the coast, fish and chips in Gibraltar, saw the apes and even Africa. Another week of not much sleep, I took the leap and went to Cadiz. Chased the sunset like a creep and got sick next day from the overleap. For a week, the only thing that I could reach was the closest situated beach. Lemon and ginger each, day to recover and soon to unleash, to go to Sevilla. Meeting up with Grant, Jody and Estefania, getting free collabs and working for a hostel social media. Shooting at rooftops, flamenco shows and drone shots, and then my back got lost. I wanted to plan my next steps, but to be honest, until now I haven't really figured it out. I actually did apply for hostels. I applied here for 2 hostels in Sevilla. I applied to many in Granada, and now I'm actually just waiting for any response of them. And this is where I'm a bit lost here in Spain. Also, I made the mistake of taking a hostel again because I'm getting really low on budget right now. But being in a hostel, and even though I plan to be super antisocial, I'm just not a really antisocial person. So I ended up, being with a lot of people again. And then there was Halloween. The night before Halloween, like Saturday night, Dani and I, she's from the Netherlands, we sat together for a beer and actually had the idea of why not make the makeup for all the social, like the hostel people, and like have a really great Halloween. Everybody looks super spooky. So we did it. The night was simply fabulous. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed doing makeup actually a lot, even though I never did it before, just on myself for Halloween, never for other people. So it was amazing actually. Decreasing budget, decreasing plan, increasing pressure, decreasing tan. But life should become greater once I made a decision, or 10 hours later made it to Alicante. A meetup for Creator with David and Carla and David's dad. After we got picked up from the street.
Hello!
Hello!
Okay, so
what do you want to tell the world?
I just wanted to have my first appearance in this vlog as hello, now we're free. And like nothing to say right now, just excited. Just happy about this.
Yay! After we had our first beer at like noon, we had a quick photo shoot and I still feel so uncomfortable in front of the camera. But we'll see how they turn out. Too, by the way.
Okay, now we go to the left. That way.
This is left.
Anyone wants to make the aggressive walk, or I start?
What is aggressive?
it looks very good.
I think we can agree that we all had a lot of fun today. Working at El Coronado as a volunteer, first time walking around, I thought, damn, I love it here. With beach and mountains near, the mix of Arabic and Spanish culture, the city creates this magical atmosphere. From quick beach trips with ocean breeze, to snow adventures and a good freeze, Arabic souvenir shops and olive trees, I really put my mind at ease while practicing a soul striptease. Spent my New Year's here and it was just magical, and yeah, basically the only thing I wanted to say is you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're loved, and I started the year so fully at peace with myself like I've never been before in my life, and I wish you to have the same, either now or in the course of this year. Spend time with yourself, love with yourself, and just enjoy every moment, enjoy life, because yeah, life is beautiful and so are you. I fully enjoyed the balance here of socializing and solitude. To a lot of things I changed my attitude and constantly filled with gratitude. And my growth, oh dude, outstanding, backviewed. The last few weeks got harder though. It rained and rained for days in a row, so no more hikes or chilling under olive trees. For the first time again, I stopped to feel free. And so I made a decision to leave after all, the hostel, the people, guitars playing Wonderwall. In May I took a bus all night to go to Barcelona so I might meet Carla again and Christina for the first time. far away from flamenco chime. Both didn't happen, and so I'm left by myself to reflect and to process the craziest time, the growth and the mess, no longer allow it to suppress.
So, first of all, I'm not going back home. That's the first very important thing. I'm not going back home. I don't see myself going home anytime soon, except maybe for a visit. But I'm almost 1 year on the road and I still haven't enough. Actually, I feel like it's more of a long-term thing we're having here. Now Barcelona is kind of the transition place, stage, however you want to call it, between my time in Granada and the next big chapter, which is, and if you follow my Instagram, you might have seen it before, Italy. I'm so happy to go back to Italy, and I said it many times, like if there is one country that can take me away from Granada, it's Italy. And if Granada was in Italy, I would never ever leave again, because Granada just deeply has my heart. And I don't know if you could hear my mumbling through the mask last night, but Granada will always have a really special place in my heart, and I've never been to a place that feels so much like home, away from home, and that makes it really, really special.
And then, new chapter with my old love, back to Italy and kind of coming home. Few days in Rome, this time friends and planning goals, getting ready for new roles. A farm girl and a pet sitter. Actually, I'm right now living on a farm. Farmhouse, animals, middle of nature, really like kind of isolated, and it just spoke to me completely. I thought, oh my god, this is what I want to do, this is what I need.
Say hello,
With the death
Rambo.
of Rambo, I felt so bitter.
Like, this whole day was so weird. I was really off all day and I was really low in energy and just in general a really bad feeling. And then one of the cats I haven't seen all day, which is unusual because it's usually chilling in the house. So I went out to look, and I went out to look for him, and then I found him under a tree, and there were already some flies and he was not moving anymore. It was really hard, and I called the owners and I was crying. I think I was like under complete shock, and they said I should not worry, and it was a really old cat already. He was like 12 years old and really sick for a long time. It was also like whenever I saw him, he was sneezing and coughing and all that. So, and they said that he was sick for a long time, and it just happens. And I think it was just really shocking for me because it never happened to me.
But besides, my time was a pure bliss with all the animals I'll so deeply gonna miss. With Ellie and Richard and all their friends, my time at Francesca's gave me the time for a wholesome cleanse. Of people, of pressure, of blockades to uncover. Sabina, my personal haven to recover. Ready to go further down. Italy and then one time around. The world and beyond, you'll never know. Just get ready for the show.